All right, so real fast. In this particular wall, we got, as you can see, we got a crack right here. And if you look close, we have somebody who came and actually tried to repair the crack. And in doing so, they went over. As you see, when I say over, they went over the surface of the wall. So here's the surface of the wall, it's flat. So they created a hump. So it's no longer flat. Look at the distance in there. That's enough room to know that a person will notice. So what we're going to do is we're going to remove this. And we're going to move this hump. This is a patch. We're going to remove this patch, this hump, and make it level with this wall and this wall. We need to come right across. See, so we're going straight. So we go straight here. Now, it's no longer straight. So you go here, it's straight. So that tells us that our hump is from here in between these two lines. That's where your hump is at. So that's where we want to concentrate. Let's remove this hump first. You also can use a sander, but we're going to show you techniques how you can just use a regular drywall knife without necessarily using a sander. Again, we're just taking this hump out. We're almost there. Almost there. We gotta go deep into here. Here we're pretty much level. Almost got it. See how we're looking now. We still got a little lump there. When I say a lump, we see a little space in there. You can use a sander as well. But this is not bad enough to use a sander. Hop right here, there's the come on. Plus another reason we don't like using sanders. Sometimes when you work in the house, it may have furniture, etc. Just a lot of dust. If it's a small crack, you won't necessarily have to clean it out with sander. Just work. Almost there. I'm not just go in there, just a little bit. Almost there. So we may have to cut into this. Take this middle out. We're going to do it to its own way level. Now we're going to put tape in here. So we want it a little bit less than level. We're going to build it back up. So don't worry about taking out loose pieces, because we have to remove it. It goes down to the level. So just keep going down. When I say level, I mean this has to hit right across. You see, we got a bulge that's here. A lot of times that will happen on the tape line. If you look close, you can see where these two walls are coming together. You can see a little tape in between there. And it's okay, that's what this is. You want to just remove it. About level there. About level here. So that's about level, almost here. So the problem area is between here and here. So I'm going to concentrate on that. Okay, that's about it. Every time you get a loose piece, pull that out too. You don't want anything loose in there. So get rid of anything that's loose. That should about do it. And whenever you have lines here, let's pronounce these lines a little bit more, because that's where we want our mud to go into there. You want to retape that. So I'm removing the old tape here. Do the same thing here. Take this line, and we'll pronounce it just a little bit more, because again, we want our tape to go. So what I'm doing is making sure that this wall is level. And also, this texture is called crow's feet. So what we're going to do with this crow's feet is we're going to remove the texture or smooth it down to the width of our knife. Whatever knife you use. This particular knife, between my finger, the distance between here and here is 1 inch, so we can measure. We can say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is a 6-inch knife, so 6-inch knife is fine. So we want to just kind of smooth sand from the distance between here to here. So take the middle of your line, go out right there, and just smooth it just a little bit. And then sometimes, if you see any nails that's in the wall, like this right here, turn around and just, while you're doing it, just push those nails back in. A lot of times, the back of your knife will be hard. It's for purposes of nails in. And again, when you hit a nail in, you can indent in the wall and always build out. But once it's built out too high, such as right here with this nail, or such as this nail, anytime it's high, you want to get rid of those. So you want to make sure that your wall is flat. Whenever you're doing this whole wall should be flat. You should, anytime you're doing any drywall work, so you make sure you prep the wall. Same deal here. Make sure you got a prep wall. So you're gonna remove all this stuff off the wall again. So we had somebody who just decided that they'll see a nail here, and they just pretty much bit it right over the nail. Here you see a bubble. The reason why you see this bubble is because it wasn't smooth and air got in there. So again, you want to remove all this old tape. We'll get to that in a second. But what we're talking about over there is just wall prep. Since this area is the worst, we're going to focus on this and show you guys how to repair this. So now I got this for the most part, let's smooth it just a little bit better. So we got a nice little surface check now. It's about level. We got a level. When I say level, there's no space between here. There's no rocking. Remember at first it was rocking? So the knife is straight across here. That means we got it's nice and straight. Now this wall is not moving enough to where I have to insert new drywall screws to this stud. But if it was moving a lot, then I would secure this to the stud. Now, next, I'm going to get 20-minute mud I'll mix it up. How much time I got left? Okay. You gonna say something? So now I got my mentor, my teacher here ready to say some stuff.
No, you just mix the 20-minute mud. We come in here and fill up some of these gaps that's here with the 20-minute mud before we place tape. Once this is done and sets, then you can run your tape down through here. We still have to sheetrock down in here before we do that, but he just wanted to show you the process of preparing this before we get to that point.
Yeah. So what we're going to do now, just for video purposes, that we're going to get some mud, which is 20-minute mud. We'll show you what that is, and we're just taping mud this just really fast. And I'll take the camera, and then we'll show you that next step. So anytime you see a house that you're rehabbing, always do your plumbing first. Then once you get all the plumbing and electrical out the way, that's when you get started on the drywall. That's your next step. So here we're using Easy Sand 20-minute. That 20 stands for 20-minute joint compound. So we put it. What that means is that this dries in about 20 minutes from after you add water to it. So you got about 20 minutes after the water, and it'll start setting up. So want to add a little water. Again, you don't have to add drinking water, just any water will do. Mix it up. Now, the consistency you want, just remember, you want it like cake mix. So whatever you have to do with cake mix or the waffles, you want it just like that. Yep, so get it up nice and slow. You don't want it lumpy. So what he's doing now is removing all the lumps from it. What happens if you leave the lumps in there, Ray?
It's still powder, and it won't adhere to the surface. There's just too much powder in it.
So you want it nice and clean. So what he's doing now is applying it really nice and evenly. And he's going to get the tape. So you want to put it on really nice and evenly. So we're going to show you guys how to tape in bed. So the first layer is called tape. So you want to put the tape on it first. And for this, there's different types of tape that we use. But we like the one that looks more like a screen.
Some mesh.
Otherwise known as mesh tape. So this is mesh tape. So just look for the tape that has a screen right there. That's a mesh. You also get the flat tape, the joint compound tape. That's your first layer. Yep. So now the tape is in there. The 20-minute mud has been applied. We want it to dry. As it starts to dry, it'll start turning more of this color. And that's how you can tell that it's starting to dry. So that's the first layer. We'll add maybe 2 more layers to that in order that this wall will look just like this wall. You won't be able to see the crack that was there previously. All right, so that's step 1. So we'll label this video, whatever the title is, step 1. How to tape in bed, step 1. So we see you. So that's the tape. Now we'll see you on video 2 on how to bed.